Welcome, everybody, to the Bruh Speak podcast. This is Bruh Speak. If you're listening to me on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to me on Anchor, please follow me there and support the channel. So today we're going to talk about an interesting theory that's been brought up in Black women's spaces, and there's been pro-Black women, Black males who've been running with it too. And that's the theory that if the Black women in mass stop dealing with Black men altogether, then white women and other races of women are going to stop dealing with Black men too. Now, that would be true if y'all were equal. It'd be different in if this is in this country where y'all had equal power. You don't. If you can control who your men deal with, just like they can control who their men deal with or not, which many of them can't either. If y'all were on equal footing, then I would be like, yeah, okay, I can see that. The problem is y'all not on equal footing socially, economically, politically. You're not equal. So if a white woman or any other race of women want to get with your Black man, they can, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. There's nothing you've been able to do about it. So what makes you think you're going to be able to do anything about it now? So even if you do leave Black men alone, you think they're going to care? So I want to go back to prove something, which I'm going to go back in history. I'm going to go back to slavery. So this is going to be talking about white women in particular, but I want to go there to kind of prove a point. Back in slavery, we know the white man was in control. The white woman was his second in command. So she had power over you and your man. So when she wanted to get with your man, she was going to get with your man whether you liked it or not. Hell, in many cases, even he liked it or not. Because she had power over him. Well, what do you mean? He could have said no. Remember I said she had power over him. This is just like in the prison. Okay. An inmate cannot consent with having sexual relations with an officer while he's in prison. Hell, not even in parole. He cannot consent to having a sexual relationship with an officer because the officer has power over him by whatever state that you're in. So if a female officer gets involved with a male inmate while he's in the custody of whatever state that they're in, that female officer can get charged. Yes, they can get charged for that because they have the power over him. He cannot consent because you're not on equal playing field. She's in control of him. It's same back in slavery. That white woman had control over him and you. So if she wanted to get with your man, what were you going to do? What were you going to do? You couldn't stop it. Hell, he couldn't even stop it. Now there's some of these dudes who were sleeping with these women to get back at the white man, which it didn't work. It was stupid to even think of that way. But still, even without that, if he did say no, she can just go tell that white man, oh, he been beating on, he's been doing this, and he's gonna get beaten or even killed. So again, it was no power, it was a power imbalance between the black man and that white woman. Still that way to even to this day. But you don't have no power over her. So if she was desiring that man, she gonna go after that man. It had nothing to do with you. It all had to do with the black man, how he was working, how he was looking. He was working all in that field. Look at the muscles, look at the sweat, look at all that. So she went with it. Then the myth of that penis. That was spread by white women. That wasn't spread by you. I don't think there was a black woman telling a white woman, yeah, he's got a big old penis. You should go check it out. No, that was white women saying that to each other. And that's how that spread. It had nothing to do with you. If she wanted to get with your man, she gonna get with your man. If there was nothing you gonna be able to do about it. No amount of shaming gonna do it. No amount of crying and begging. But especially back at that time. Because if she wanted to get with your man, she gonna get with your man. That's just the way it was gonna be. Now let's fast forward to now. White women getting with black men, dating them in the open. Hell, even the white men can't even do nothing about it. They can't. They talk their shit, but they can't do nothing about it. Cause and some of them white men that y'all coveted be offering their white women to them. So again, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. It has never been. And other races of women get with your man. Has nothing to do with you. It has all to do with their desire to be with that black man. Either because his looks, either because his money, how he talks. I was reading like these articles about how they would get with black men because they want that vitality of the black man, how they are with women in the bed. They didn't say they had, because, well, we were jealous of the black women, so we're gonna get with their black men. Again, you didn't have no power over her, so there was no reason for them to be jealous of you. Now, I know you're gonna look at, well, look at them getting their asses, look at them getting the lips done. Yeah, they're trying to attract black athletes and body positive movement. Yeah, because their men didn't want them, so they got with black men. Again, had nothing to do with you. It was nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with the black man. Because black men will date bigger women. We always like bigger women. At least thicker women. Now, the obese and just sloppy women, some dudes like that, I don't know. I'm not here. But regardless, you had no control over that. You had no power to stop it. No amount of shaming that you did, no amount of crying that you did, no amount of stink faces that you gave deterred. Hell, they got so bad, even white men started, well, shit, they gonna get with them. Might as well make money off it. White men were making money off it. Or they getting their sexual jollies out of it. Again, had nothing to do with you. Nobody said, the white men didn't say, man, You know how we can piss off black women today? Let's let our white women sleep with the black men and put it out on video. Yeah, that'll get them black women. Do you really think that? If you really think that, something wrong with you. And then the other races of women, same thing. They look at the black man, they desire them, or it's a curiosity, it's a fetish. But again, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. The only time they deal with you is to take your shit, your ideas, your hair, well, technically the extensions, all that, they were doing that before you, but I digress. Your lips, your hair, your even your attitude. They took that from you. But as far as dealing with your men, that had nothing to do with you. It had to do with them, what they wanted. Even to rebel against their own men. Had nothing to do with you. And all this dissing your men in the media, all that stuff. You think that has deterred other races of women from dealing with your men? No. They still got with them. They still marrying them. So what have you stopped? And so let's just say, okay, you decide, well, we're gonna date out. We're gonna leave black men alone en masse. You know what the other races of the women gonna do? They're just gonna move right on in. They're gonna move right on in. Because their desire of black men doesn't depend on you. It never has, it never will. It depends on what they want. So you can say all that goofy shit. It's still goofy. And I know some pro-black women supporters, such as Max. I love Max to death. I love Hassan Burton to death. I love them guys to death. They're stand-up men. And I get from a place of genuine love for black women. They say stuff like, they agree with stuff like this. But I run in different circles. So that's why I know this shit is bullshit. And whether y'all want to deal with black men or not, it's not going to affect how other races of women deal with black men. It don't. Because you don't have, the power is not the same. You don't have the same power. Social power, economic power, political power, whatever power you want to, even physical power. Because y'all not going to go beat up these women for dealing with your black men, right? Not in mass. So, and all this shaming of black men, saying that deadbeat dads, saying they ain't good for relationship, you think that has deterred other races of women? No. The interracial dating has been increasing. Now, it still ain't the majority. It's not even, I don't even think it's near 20%. It may be 30, maybe 20, 30%. It's still not the majority. But again, who they're going to date, if they date your men, it has nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with them and their conflicts with their men. Nothing to do with you. So let's just say you do leave in mass. One, if you leave black men in mass, you think the other races of women gonna be cool with you going over there to them men? Hell, we already seen how that went with the divestors who was trying to shit on the Hispanic women. And they did a live stream roasting the shit out of you, black women and black men. They were roasting y'all to death. Some of the things I agree with, some of the things I didn't. I didn't. I didn't particularly care for it, but I understand the sentiment of it because, goddamn, you're gonna disrespect the women of the men you trying to chase, and you think that was gonna be cool? They opened a roast session on you people. It got Iron Verbal in her feelings. I was in my feelings for a bit, but then once I learned the full story of it, I wasn't in my feelings no more. Because if you're going to disrespect the women where these dudes are coming from, well, guess what? You deserve to get roasted. You deserve everything you got. And I don't feel no shame in saying that. Now, if you just dating another race of men and then these women were roasting you, I'd be all on their ass. Like, fuck you, dumb bitches. But since now I know that they were disrespecting those women over there, I didn't feel no one way or the other. You want disrespect, you're gonna get disrespected. What do you want me to do about it? You went out there, had a funky attitude, you got one back, and they show you what they really thought of you. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, even those women, the Latins, the Asians, all that, they date your men because they want to. It has nothing to do with you. Isn't this a lot of this interracial dating on the black men and the white women and other races of women had nothing to do with you. It's what they want. And what those black men wanted. Nothing to do with you. Just like when you want to date out, it has nothing to do with us. The end result is going to be individual choice. So if you want to date out and you're thinking that it's going to punish black men, it's not. If you think it's going to affect black men as a collective, it's not. Nothing you're going to do is going to change the collective of black men. And particularly the black men y'all seem to have a problem with, which is the Manosphere, the SYSBM, some of these celebrities, these athletes. Well, we're just gonna date out. You think they care? Let me tell y'all something, black women. A black man who's self-sufficient don't need you, don't need your sex, don't need your validation, don't need your money, don't need your approval, does not give a fuck what you think. He's going to date whoever he wants to date. He's going to marry whoever he wants to marry. And if it's by chance you, great. If it's another race of women, it is what it is. And ain't no about a race, guilt, shaming, insults. It's going to matter because he's self-sufficient. He don't need you. The only ones that you're going to really affect are the ones who are solely dependent on you. The ones who are solely dependent on you, yeah, they're going to have a problem. They're going to whine and bitch and moan. But the men that are self-sufficient, they don't need you. The ones you're not feeding, financing, or fucking, they don't give a fuck. They're going to date whoever the fuck they're going to date. And whoever comes to them, they don't give a fuck. Because again, you're not feeding, financing, or fucking them. So your opinion don't matter. You don't have no weight like you think you do. I understand the why you're doing it. I understand why the black men that support y'all are doing it. Because they want to uplift you. Some of them are pandering to you. Some of them are uplifting you, trying to get your confidence back. But reality is what it is. You have no control over what these other races of women do in regards to your man. Hell, y'all don't even have any control on what they do regard to your women. Because gay black women dating gay white women, y'all can't control that either. So if you can't control any aspects of it, what you think you can't control it, and you're in the communities, what you think you're gonna do if you leave? They're just gonna move right on in. It's just like anything else. If you move out the community, guess what? Somebody's gonna move right in and take that property. If you don't take care of your property, you let it go to shit, somebody's just gonna move right in and take it over. So you staying, you leaving, don't matter. I'm a lot of you feel the way y'all do about black men. I would prefer you leave. I would prefer it. Leave, go. I ain't gonna feel no one way or the other. I'd be like, if you're gonna leave, just leave and shut the fuck up. You know, it's just like I say with the SYSBM and all those are the goofballs. I say, if you're gonna leave, just leave. Don't go knocking and stomping on the door as you leave, stomping on the floor as you leaving. Leave. Leave and don't come back. Same with you. Leave and don't come back. But see, here's the problem. Remember how I said about the power? A lot of y'all want to leave, but then have room to come back. See, y'all want these black men to be crying in the corner waiting for you to come back. So that when it fails over there with those other races of men, which it will, you want to be able to come back and they be there waiting for you. Well, again, the desperate, the losers, yeah, they'll be waiting. The ones that can't really hack it with other races of women, they're going to be waiting. But the black men who are self-sufficient, they don't need your validation, not from just you, but from his own race of people. He really don't give a fuck about what his race of people think. Guess what? He ain't gonna be waiting. A lot of them have gotten to that point. They ain't gonna be here waiting. They not. So the other races of women gonna run right in, get your men, and then when you come back, the only people that are gonna be left is the desperate, the pathetic, the weak, and the idiotic. So at the end of the day, you have no power. So you can talk about born black babies all you want. Great, good, fine. You still not gonna control black men. Y'all been crying about these black men doing this and that forever. Has it changed black men behavior? The same exists. 25% are going to do the things they need to do for the black men, black women, black children, and the community. 50% probably going to do for theirs, probably not. They're finding their own way. 25% don't give a fuck, ain't going to give a fuck, and never going to give a fuck, and will probably kill you at the opportunity. You're still going to have that 50% that going to do whatever they're going to do. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us are selfish now. We haven't had that community forever, and we still don't. Only in small pockets. Like I said, that 25% are still loyal to black. They're loving black people. They're going to be loyal to black people no matter what. The 50% can go either way. So that's who you're going to try to run away from. Black men. You you're not going to affect that 50%. Only ones you're going to really affect is the black men that truly want to be with you, and then the black ones that don't. Because guess what? The 50%, they just going to move on to whoever they're going to deal with. The 25% going to be there just to take advantage of you because you're too dumb to realize these 25% don't really give a fuck about you. Meanwhile, the other 25, they'll be here, but you don't want them 25% anyway. So you got 25% that don't, who willing to take advantage of you, use you, and at your moment of weakness, and then the other 25 probably would deal with you, but kind of don't trust you no more. And you don't want them either. So if you leave, nothing really is going to change. Except you're going to lose more men that probably would deal with you, be on your side, than you would have just staying and just actually choosing the men that want you, the black men that actually want you, and just dealing with them and choosing those men over the bums that don't want you, the dudes that want to treat you like shit, that want to pump and dump you, and actually improving yourself so you can minimize the chances of dealing with that guy, because you can't prevent that, but minimize it as much as you can. Instead, you want to run to these other races of men, one, to get back at this group here that don't give a fuck anyway, and then get mad at the 50% that really don't give a fuck anyhow. They're gonna get with whoever they're gonna get with, and then you're gonna piss off and anger the 25% who are still trying to be as race loyal as possible, but the group of you are so stupid that you're going to piss them off and turn them against you. That makes logical sense. But again, I'm hearing this from social media. And as we know, social media don't make a lot of sense. But I digress. Again, it's a choice. You do whatever you want to do. There's no control over it. Nobody controls anybody here. No black man controls black women, and black women don't control black men. The only ones you control are the ones that are dependent, and that's it. Once, like I said, when a black man gets self-sufficient, you can't control him. Nobody can. So your best bet is find that one who's self-sufficient and get on this program. If you don't, well, you can go take your chances. I don't know. I don't care. But if you're going to do it, go. I'm not going to be the one like Max and all these other people. I'm not going to beg you to stay. I don't give a fuck. Go. Because again, like I said before, you're not feeding me, financing me, or fucking me. So I don't give a fuck. Go. Go. Date out. Do whatever the fuck you're going to do. But just go. I'm like, this, you haven't gone yet? Leave. Again, this is a great quote from Jim Cornette. If y'all don't know Jim Cornette, go follow him. He's hilarious, especially when he's talking about wrestling. How can we miss you if you don't leave? I can't miss you if you don't leave. So if you're going to leave, go. Nobody's going to. How can we miss you if you don't fucking leave? Leave and don't come back. Is that fucking hard to ask of you? Just leave and don't come back. Is that fucking hard? I guess it is. For some of you, it's very hard. It's so difficult. But I just need you to do that. Leave and don't come back. So So the black men and black women that really want to get together, they don't have to deal with your bullshit. The black men and the black women that truly want to build this community don't have to deal with goofballs like you. And the men that want to have that same mindset, they want to lead the black community and the black women were suffering, you go and leave and don't come back. So the black men and the black women that want to get together and build a community can get together without you motherfuckers in the way. Get the fuck out and stay gone. And if you think white women are going to stop dating black men because of you, black women, no. History has proven that you haven't stopped it before, and you're not going to stop it now. So, and these other races of women the same way. You haven't been able to stop it then, you're not going to stop it now, and you're not going to stop it when you're gone. Only thing you're going to be able to do is sitting over there, still bitching and moaning about the same black men. Oh, look at him, they getting with white women, they getting with these other races of women. But you're sitting there with your white men, your Asian men, crying about the same shit. What kind of retarded shit is that? God damn, it's like, I can't explain. You're supposed to be with the other races of people. You want to go with these other races of people. Didn't do that, but you still bitching about black men. Make that make sense. But again, this is social media. Nothing makes sense here. But that's it for me. This is Brother Speak. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it. And y'all have a good one.